Beautiful night again for baseball at Nationals Park. Game 3 of this 4-game set with those tough Marlins. They lead the season series now 6-5. So Nats fans know when they come into the ballpark, they're going to see a battle when these two East teams get together. Bob and FP, welcome to the yard. It's fantastic here tonight. And so is Gio. He's come close twice in his career to no-hitters, once in New York against the Mets. And that game you saw last week in Miami, he was very close.
Yeah, we've chronicled his last outing a lot. I'm interested to see how he does here tonight after that, how much emotion he spent last time. It's going to be the story here tonight. But we'll check it out again one more time. You know the story. It was Jose Fernandez's birthday, would have been his 25th birthday, and Gio was cruising. I think the most telling thing was how relaxed he was and the tempo he had. He wasn't striking a lot of guys out. It wasn't a dominating performance. It was just a guy working fast, throwing strikes, getting outs, and then we go to the top of the ninth. We're all thinking it, he's thinking it, and D. Gordon leads it off with the base hit to left. So he retired 14 hitters from the second through the seventh in a row, and then D. Gordon with the knock of the ninth. A tip of the cap to the visiting fans, a standing, a great ovation by Marlins fans, a lot of Nats fans there. And it was a special night, but the story is, how does he do tonight after that? We're hoping it's another good one from Gio Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was emotional. Since then, he's become a daddy again. ERA, third best, opponent's batting average, all that stuff. But GIANCARLO, not great success against Gio in his career. You want that 0 number to stay right where it is. So it's Gio and Stanton. Adam Conley, a lefty. It's a night for lefties at the yard tonight. Beautiful night at the Monument and down here on South Capitol Street, our baseball monument. Beautiful Nationals Park in its 10th year. The Nats at home are 30-23. The Marlins on the road are 26-30. Another gorgeous night, 80 degrees. It was 79 with also clear skies last night about this time. This time it's Gio taking on this Miami lineup. They're third in the league in batting average, 7th in runs and 9th in home runs. And Derek Dietrich has a 7-game hitting streak right now. 9 for his last 25. Couple of homers, 2 doubles, a triple. And he's a road warrior. He doesn't like that big ballpark evidently, but he does it against everybody else, including 3 out of 7 against the Nats. Gio, 15th career start against Miami. He's 8-3.
Well, you know about his last start. We just told you all about it. You see the fastball, curveball, changeup combination. Fastball averaging 90 this year. Opponent's hitting 186 against Gio's fastball. And get this, he's thrown at least 100 pitches in each of his last 12 starts. That's the longest active streak in baseball.
Gio's gone at least 6 innings, 18 of his 22 starts, 7 or more, 8 times. And we're underway at 7:05, right on time, with a strike to D. Gordon. Gordon in this series, 2 for 9, 1 RBI, 5th in the league in hits with 131. Strike 2, says Ryan Addington, the call-up umpire who has the plate. C.B. Buckner first. Crew chief, there he is. Field and Culbreth at second, and Manny Gonzalez in the rocking chair at third tonight. Curveball way outside.
There's a guy that broke up the no-hitter last time in the 9th.
6 for 19 career against Gio. Gio's got some impressive numbers, including top 6 in the league in innings pitched at 142. 3rd in opponent's batting average, as he is in ERA. And we'll tell you about runners in scoring position if and when somebody gets there.
Nats defense tonight behind Gio. Here it comes. You're ready for it. Kendrick, Goodwin, Harper the outfield. Defoe, Rendon left side. Sanchez, Zimmerman right side. And Matt Wieters behind the plate. Howie in left field tonight.
Yeah, hitting a cool .339 this year. Swing and a miss. Gio Gonzalez, strikeout number 133.
Well, his last start, he had 5 strikeouts in the near no-hitter. This one starts up with a strikeout. I think the thing that stood out most about his last start was how relaxed he was and how quick he worked while being relaxed.
There's Giancarlo, 2 for 8, and those 2 have gone a long way. 4 runs batted in this series. 12 home runs since the All-Star break. At a career high 38. Leads the National League by 6 over Cody Bellinger, by 8 over Joey Votto, and 9 over Bryce Harper. 2-0 danger count, and he jammed him into a pop-up. Wilmer Defoe. 2 down.
It's a huge out. That guy's locked in.
Yeah, setting a tone early.
This thing's up there for about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. .7 seconds is the official time. Might let the facts get in the way of a good point.
Marcell OZUNA back in the lineup. 0 for 4 here on Monday. And a big curveball. Not what he was seeking on the first offering. The All-Star, 6th in the league in homers and 4th in RBIs.
That was 181 feet high, they're telling me.
How high are we? Track us. 1-1.
Marcell OZUNA might be one of the nicest guys in baseball. He always comes up to you, says hi like he's your best friend. He just has that quality. When we talk to guys that play against him, they'll tell you the same thing.
2-1.
And he's a pretty good player too. Real good.
Well, he has really come into his own. Remember a couple of years ago, scuffling so badly they sent him down to AAA for a while. Came back as if a man on a mission, and he's just taken off from there. You got a 2-1 curveball from Gio. I know this is kind of the year of the sluggers, gathering lots of hits. Harper's doing it. Ryan Zimmerman did it for quite a while. OZUNA, one of those guys, 129 hits. Up among the league leaders for guys who hit with a lot of power. Doesn't always happen that way. 4 for 18 career against Gio. Close, and it's 3-2. Ozuna doesn't walk a lot. Strikes out about 3 times as much as he walks. Just to the left of the bag. Inside the Numbers brought to you by Jeep. So his best year, of course, was 2012. Won over 20 games. ERA better this year. Opponent's batting average right there. Strikeouts down a bit. Home runs up a bit. He had one of those years when he was really good and a lot of things went right for him. This year, a whole bunch of no decisions early. Curveball, base hit, hit hard. 130 hits for Marcell Ozuna.
I thought you were about to say 130 miles an hour.
It's a lot of hits for a power guy.
These guys are leading the league in gold chains. I'll tell you that. Did you see GIANCARLO's and now Marcell's? They all got the Mr. T starter kits going. Look at
Mr. T. Rocky knocked him out too, right?
I'm calling they have the same jewelers, just a hunch.
If this team ever gets to Yoenis Cespedes, look out. Christian Yelich not playing against the left-hander tonight, so JT Realmuto is in the cleanup spot. He's been there throughout the series. It's just the guys in front of him jumbled up a bit.
He's got one on. Not gold though. Tell you what, those chains are probably worth more than all of our cars put together.
Cars?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, it gets me where I want to go, so I'm feeling pretty good about that, actually.
Yeah. Bat did not die a hero on the foul ball.
Realmuto, 5 hits in RBI career, 16 at bats against Gio Gonzalez. Pitch number 20 of the first inning about to happen. Bolts the fastball in there at 90. Great location. Curveball hit to left, and it's hooking foul. One of the better young catchers in the game, 26, but it's his 4th year in the big leagues already. 3rd full year. And Realmuto hitting .352 away from Marlins Park.
Caught up with Dusty today.
Is he feeling better?
Feeling a little better. He got a cortisone shot in his knee. He said it's the first time he's had one of those since he was a player.
Kind of locked up on him last night, huh?
Yeah, those don't feel good. The shots.
I know, yeah. Swing and a miss on a ball fading away. That's a changeup. So Gio bookends his first inning with strikeouts to Gordon and Realmuto. So is the Washington lineup, tied with Colorado atop the league at 274, though the Rockies had a big day offensively today. Still #1 in runs, and Brian Goodwin keeps collecting the extra base hits. 15 of his last 21. Doubles, homers, triple or two mixed in there. Sanchez and Defoe. 27-year-old Adam Conley, another lefty, takes on the Nats.
Yeah, fastball 90, slider 85, changeup 83. Opponents are hitting 220 on the fastball, 204 on the slider, and get this, 414 on the Adam Conley changeup, and he throws that 16% of the time.
Bit of a delay and a strike call by Ryan Addington, the home plate umpire, on Goodwin. Facing Conley for the first time. All 3 of his hits in the series came in his final 4 ABs last night. Couple of doubles, scored twice, had a single. Conley working quickly to start his evening. He's 1-2 career against the Nats. 4 starts with an 8 ERA. Had Goodwin reaching, and a 2 bouncer to the right side for D. Gordon.
Marlins defense behind Conley tonight. Ozuna, Ichiro, Stanton, the outfield. Rojas, Dietrich left side. Gordon Moore right side. And JT Realmuto behind the plate. Well, his 3rd start in center field this year. Ichiro. It's what's on the back of his jersey, right? We got that throw, by the way, he made that I was talking about in Seattle to get Terrence Long. Yeah, it's Ichiro. It's Suzuki's got his name on the back. Yeah, we'll show you that throw.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that again.
Maybe show you the Bryce's throw after to get Wilson Contreras the other day at Wrigley. And then you could decide which one's better.
Quite a night last evening for Adrian Sanchez. 3 hits, a sacrifice. The one out he made was a line out to right. He's going to line this one to right. He is on fire. In this series, 4 for 5 with a run batted in. Loving watching the youngster go the other way, too.
He's 5 for his last 6. Now make that 6 for his last 7. And there goes the no-hitter. Check that box. I don't think he can Wally Pip Daniel Murphy, but he's trying. 102-mile-an-hour base hit. And he looks good at the plate. Low liners all over the place. And he's telling Bob Henley 1 out. You remember he got doubled off last night.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, to a lot of players that'll happen as long as it doesn't happen again. Bryce Harper, that's a 6-3 double play. Rather uncertain swing. Miguel Rojas took care of the rest, and the Nats are gone. Each team with a single in the first. In Suzuki, that's 5, 6, and 7 for the Miami Marlins. And a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, look forward to Miller Time later in the game, brought to you by Miller Lite. We'd also like to welcome our Masson audience. We're on Masson 2 tonight. Saw the Orioles drop one at the Angels 5-1 this afternoon. So the O's cooled off a little bit. They've lost 2 in a row. They're trying to get back to 500 today, maybe Friday or Saturday. 22 pitches, first inning for Gio Gonzalez. 15 strikes. And I did a double take when I saw the matchup sheet. Derek Dietrich has never hit against Gio Gonzalez. Now he's had Martin Prado or somebody else to play third base on the night when Gio was pitching. Prado out for the year. Dietrich getting a lot of at bats and doing quite well. One and two. Jammed him. Couple of finals today. Mets were beaten at home by the Rangers, and the Cubs beaten again by the Giants. They went to San Francisco and lost 2 out of 3. Right now the Brewers are 1 game back in St. Louis, 2 back in the Central. This one out to right for Bryce Harper.
Join us in celebrating Dream Foundation Day on Saturday, August 12th at 7:05 as we recognize the charitable works of the Nationals Dream Foundation. Mystery grab bags are available everywhere on the main concourse. They contain some autographed balls of players, maybe even Dusty Baker. So proceeds benefit the Dream Foundation. Visit nationals.com.
Yeah, the Youth Baseball Academy alongside out there. Great things being done in our community for kids and for those who need hospital care as well. Here's Tyler Moore. He rocks one for his first base hit of this series and his 29th of the year. Former Nat on his way back up with a batting average some. He is hitting right around 270 his last 19 games.
Cracking a smile to his old pal Gio right there as he stands on first.
Well, wasn't it the game Gio pitched in St. Louis when Tyler Moore got the game-winning playoff hit in Game 1 back in 2012? Oof.
Nats might be going back to St. Louis.
Well, the Cubs have let everybody hang around. We'll see how it all plays out over the final 8 weeks or so. So much baseball yet to be played. After tonight's game, the Nationals have 50 games remaining.
Pirates are 3.5 back.
Yeah, they've won 3 straight. That Central is a jumble, and they play each other a lot. Right at Sanchez. Defoe. Even at his age, Ichiro got down the line and made it close. 4-6-3. And the Nats turn a double play. Top of the second, Ova. University College. And Davey Lopes, 32 in a row without being caught back in August of 1975. 5th longest streak ever. Let's just enjoy some of the offensive talent and the power of Davey Lopes when Dodger Stadium used to play really big.
Check this out. Chris Fire's coming up in this one against the Giants. Right here, Chris Fire taking a throw. Pretty funny, huh?
I don't think they're going to get him. Davey, I tell you, he played with his hair on fire, and there was a lot of it.
It's tough to steal 32 of anything in a row.
That infield's so amazing. 4 guys together for such a long time. Garvey, Davey, Billy Russell, and Ron Cey. Great baseball man. Ryan Zimmerman won for his last 11. Looking for his first base hit of this series. 1 for 7 career against Adam Conley. So there they are. Since 74 consecutive steals. Davey would go on to get 38. Zimmerman! That's what you do with a 1 for 11. See you later. Number 25. And the Nats are on top. And another record for Ryan Zimmerman. RBI number 77 this year. And another franchise mark tumbles.
Kirk call time, right?
Number 906.
Tim Wallach's checking it out.
Yeah, they want him to come out. Rendon digging in. He may step out for a second. There's Ryan with a modest acknowledgement of the curtain call.
There's Tim Wallach with the glasses on. Talking to Tim in Miami. If you missed it, I talked about it on the broadcast last time. He said if anybody's going to break my record, that's the guy I want to do it.
Yeah. 2 guys who played a lot of third base. Great right-handed hitters. Well, we're glad Tim got to see it. 0-2 now to Anthony Rendon, looking for his first hit of the series. That bounces. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And more importantly than the homer, that was a good swing. I mean, you couldn't keep up the pace he had going all season long. I don't think Anthony Rendon liked that call. You never see him argue on strike 3 at all. I mean, he couldn't believe this was called a strike. Show it to me again. Just the way JT Realmuto caught that, his glove kind of was going toward the ground. So
one of the young umpires, call-up umpires, they call him, Ryan Addington, working this series. There's Matt Wieters, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI. That was Monday night. 12 RBIs his last 19 games. Adam Conley hasn't pitched a ton of innings this year, right around 56. That was his 8th home run given up in the minor leagues for the better part of a month or so, and made his return. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Been a while since I've seen a player wear a mock neck like Matt Wieters has got going on tonight. That used to be the thing in the 90s. Maybe he's getting ready for Friday. All the players used to wear those. I think it's a good look. Especially with the curly W on it.
Wieters pulls it. A lot of topspin on that ball, forcing Dietrich back a bit. Tyler Moore, big time stretch. That throw was kind of tailing and diving on him. 2 outs.
StatCast, talking about a little StatCast. It's powered by AWS, in case you're wondering. Home run number 25. There she goes. How far? That far. 412. 109.7. Between 25 and 30 degrees is optimal launch angle for a tater, unless you hit it that hard and then you get to get your helmet taken off. No hair to flip. We are good.
Nats on top with their 167th of the year. Dodgers at Arizona tonight. They've hit 165. Howie Kendrick's been hitting a lot. 339 overall since coming to the Nats. 333. 30 ABs, a homer, 2 RBIs for our ball club. And another base hit.
Did you hear what happened last night in the Dodgers game? They lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they lost. Do you think they can keep it up right through September, right through October, what they're doing right now?
I don't think at this pace, but
79 and 33. That's nuts.
And lately, this is with Clayton Kershaw on the DL.
There it is.
Dodgers winning percentage, you know what, 600 is considered pretty good. They're playing .705 baseball right now.
Right.
With that loss last night. The Nats are at .595. Only one other team in baseball over 600. The Astros are playing .634 baseball.
But they're going to have to play 5 games. What, 2 of them in either Colorado or Arizona? Right? Where anything can happen.
Yeah, because they're going to get the wild card. You're right. Wilmer Difo trying to get this lineup turned over. 2-0. He's had a nice series. 3 for 6, a walk, a steal. So he's 5 for his last 10. Three and 0.
Conley's got so much stuff going on in his delivery, even out of the stretch. It must be hard for him to repeat his mechanics and get to a consistent release point. But that same kind of herky-jerky thing he's got going with his arm is probably what makes him good, too.
2 consecutive strikes in the same quadrant up there. This will give Kendrick a head start with 2 outs off first. Tyler Moore right there on the bag with him.
Working so fast, had to call timeout.
And there's another hit. Kendrick on the move, and he glitched in the outfield. He'll come around, but Ichiro played it well, and the runners are at the corners with 2 outs in this series. 4 for 7 and 6 for his last 11. Sanchez and Difo are on fire.
I'm telling you, the little dude can hit. And he's been doing a nice job with the low pitch. Why? He's staying in his crouch. He's not coming up and out of it. He's staying down in that crouch and staying through the baseball. And Ichiro saves a run right here, and he saved a double, too. I thought Wilmer might try for second, but that's a great play by Ichiro in center field to keep the runner at third, to keep Wilmer at first.
Gio has 5 hits and 5 RBIs this year.
I used to think, what, 2 years ago, that every time Gio swung and missed, he got hurt. I'd sit up here and go, is he okay? But that's just what he does when he swings and misses. He kind of turns into like an 80-year-old immediately, just checking everything.
1-1. Not a bad rip.
RBI's out there, man. He's bearing down. RBI, I should say, but you never know if you hit a gap.
Swing and a miss, and the bottom of the second is over. The records keep on tumbling. Ryan Zimmerman, RBI number 906. And with Tim Wallach, the great expo, watching from the third base dugout. Another mark for Zim.
Gorgeous night here in D.C. Positive news for the Nationals earlier this afternoon before they even took the field. Steven Strasburg threw a simulated game on the mound here to Jason Worth as well as Andrew Stevenson, those two getting their hacks against the Nationals right-hander. This is the first time Strasburg has thrown a sim game. He's thrown some bullpen sessions, but today 57 pitches through 4 ups and downs with Mike Rizzo and a variety of Nationals front office members and coaches watching on. Said he felt really good, definitely happy about the sim game. Jason said Stras's fastball was coming out really good. The ball was jumping out of his hand. So the next step for Strasburg, probably a rehab start. And for Jason, continuing to hit. And actually, guys, did some jogging around the warning track this afternoon as well. He might head out on a rehab himself in another week or two, he says.
That would be great. And we might see Strasburg on the next road trip. See how he feels tomorrow. That's our Coons.com sideline report with a sim game attached. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting.
Well, if you don't know what a sim game is, they try to simulate a game. He'll go out there, he'll get 3 outs. The coaches will say that's a hit. You know, that's an out. Runner on first. And then you go walk into the dugout, you sit down and pretend that, you know, you're hitting. So you'll take what, 2? Well, if you're doing the Nats, you gotta take about 15 minutes. And then go back out there and do the second inning and you simulate a game.
Defoe got there, ball off the thumb of his glove. Looked like a hit all the way though from Miguel Rojas, who runs well. He continues his good hitting against the Nats.
And this was Daniel Murphy earlier today, getting a lot on Twitter. What's wrong with Murph? A little hip issue, nothing big. He took batting practice today. We had him running around the field doing some exercises. I think this is 13-game lead. Be safe with something that might not feel 100%. He wants to be out there. I talked to him. It feels like he wants to post with his buddies, but better to be safe than sorry this time of year, I say, and he's being smart.
Yeah, he played Monday night.
Got spikes on.
He was in the on-deck circle last night for an at-bat that did not happen because an inning ended. Adam Conley trying to bunt the tying run to second base. He has one sacrifice this year. 2 for 12 with the bat. Rendon charging hard from third. Zimmerman from the other corner. Gio, a couple of more strikes through his 35 pitches. Conley spotting that curveball, and he pulled the bat back.
I always thought simulated games were so hard because the extra players or the injured guys are the guys that always hit. And there's no adrenaline. You know, 90 looks like 190. It's just hard to get your juices going for something that doesn't count.
That's a really good bunt. Gio forward to grab it, throws wide, and somehow Sanchez stayed on the bag. Sure, the Marlins will have a look at this.
I don't think he did. I don't know. Adam Conley's jogging back to the dugout. Maybe he saw something I didn't. He's a lot closer, so I'm gonna go with him. I didn't think he was on the bag. Can't tell on that angle.
Perry Hill, the coach, was pointing at the bag there.
This will show you 100%. This will show you too. Maybe.
Wow.
I think he was. All right.
Yeah, you could see Gio starting to develop some body English, trying to help the ball and his second baseman. So Rojas at second, 1 out. D. Gordon the hitter. Rendon has to play shallow at third. And D. Gordon looking to bunt for a hit. He has 7 bunt hits on the year. WIETERS picking it up.
We talked about it last night. You know, usually, 9 guys out of 10 runner in scoring position drive them in. But D. Gordon's a singles hitter. The outfield's playing real shallow. The odds of him driving in this guy from second base with a single aren't real good. By the way, he's got a gold chain on too. And if you bunt to third base and get out, now it's first and third for GIANCARLO Stanton, who has 2 gold chains.
Yeah, that's a different kind of hitter behind you. If you can get a couple of guys on, let him clean up the mess. So the surprise factor's gone, if it indeed was a surprise. And the strike one pitch coming from Gio. Right to Rendon. Looks at the runner. To Zimmerman. 2 down. Always dangerous when you see that first baseman reaching to his left into a runner.
You know, I'm wondering if those chains are a tribute to Jose. Because I'm thinking he wore one. I'll find out tomorrow for you.
Inside the Numbers brought to you by Jeep. So hitting just over 200 against him. Worse with runners on. A lot worse when they're in scoring position. And if there are 2 outs, as a rule, he is shutting the door in everybody's face. Popped up GIANCARLO first time. And he hit him this time. Nowhere to go for the slugger. Stanton hit for the 6th time this year. And for Gio, his 5th hit batter. Marcell Ozuna, solid single up the middle, first time up. So there's a guy whose numbers go against what Gio usually does to hitters. Ozuna career against Gonzalez, 5 for 19. A homer, 4 RBIs. 15 start, as we mentioned earlier. I'm not going to mention that. I'm going to stop right there.
Good job. Good self-discipline on live TV. You've come so far in 7 years. It's amazing.
Yeah,
although,
hard to remember what I did for the 27 before you got here.
Although, as much as we'd like to think we have something to do with the outcome, we absolutely do not.
Thank you.
But
2-1.
That's the fun part about baseball. Same seat, superstition, thinking you have something to do with what goes on out there. It's a fun part about being a fan.
Fans standing on their heads. One lady wouldn't come out of the bathroom earlier this season.
Same seat. She had to stay in the John for a while.
That might have been the best ever.
She's like, "Can I come out now on Twitter?" I said, "No."
Sounded like a busted bat. Rendon goes the long way to Zimmerman. Gio out of the inning. Pitching well. Scattering 3 hits so far and up by a run. Zimmerman, record-setting RBI, home run. Time for the unlimited baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Wilson Contreras, leg problem. He's had a big season for the Cubs, that young receiver. Had to leave today's game at San Francisco. Charlie Blackmon went deep and won a game for the Rockies at Cleveland. And Martin Perez deep into the game for the Texas Rangers today.
Yeah, Wilson Contreras was playing first today for the Cubs.
Yeah, Joe Madden doesn't hesitate to move guys around. So bottom third, top of the order, Brian Goodwin. Ground ball sharply hit right at D. Gordon first time. And
So,
Adam Conley gets him 0-2.
So what were you going to say? Is it about runners in scoring position and Gio's average? You can say it now.
I forget the number now because I was squeezing it out of my mindset. That's a fair ball. Does it go deep into the corner? Yes, it does. Nice job by the fan to let it go. Would have been a double anyway. But there's Brian Goodwin now, who doesn't hit many singles. 16 of his last 22 hits, extra bases, and he has 3 extra base hits in this series.
Yeah, he just runs by Davey Lopes every single time, it seems like. That's a beautiful swing. Let it get deep, drop the barrel on it down the left field line. So 2 doubles last night. They were both over outfielders' heads. This one down the line. And Brian Goodwin is hot.
Sanchez base hit the other way, showing bunt early. Then he kind of went stabbing at a pitch that might have been off the plate. Tyler Moore really getting close down the first base side.
After his swing the first time up, it was a hard shot to right? That's probably what he wants to do right here. He's kind of looking in the dugout, got a sign from Bob Henley. See if he swings away right here. D. Gordon's pinched in for the bunt. He is real shallow. Tyler Moore's on the grass. Derek Dietrich's on the grass. I think that's why he's swinging.
Challenge there was getting out of the way, and the count's even 1-1.
Yeah, I think this is Dusty. I don't think he's doing this on his own.
Squares early, bunts it hard to third. That's perfect. Just waltzing over to third base, Goodwin. Sanchez, second sacrifice of this series to go with 4 hits and 5 at-bats.
All right, join fellow Big Ten alumni from across the DMV. This is tomorrow, and show your school pride. Thursday, August 10th, enjoy Nats Marlins. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Big Ten koozie. Visit nationals.com/special tickets. Wear your Wolverine helmets tomorrow. We'll get you on TV.
Once called by Beano Cook the best helmets in college football.
They are. Wear them and I'll get you on TV, I promise.
And by the way, I was remiss last night in not mentioning that Frank Howard played baseball and basketball at The Ohio State University.
I'll make sure Chuck Whitlock takes a shot of you, our director.
So a front door breaking ball that Harper kind of bailed on and then missed. Bryce took about a 2/3 swing and bounced into a 6-3 double play. 2 hits in the series, but he has driven in 3. Trying to double the Nats lead here. Cheap inside the numbers lately, Bryce. But the RBIs are there over the last 12 games. Look at the strikeouts, though. One of his toughest stretches of the year right now. But he has managed to hit a couple of long balls and still produce some runs. Off speed, the changeup got him that time. Haven't seen a fastball yet.
When Bryce is locked in, he gets into counts and takes a lot of pitches and walks a lot. When he gets over aggressive and swings a lot, that's when he runs into a little bit of trouble. And he's in one of those modes right now where he's swinging a lot. But, you know, a swinging bat's a dangerous bat, and he can run into him. We saw that happen a couple times in the last few days.
So he shows him a fastball up out of the zone. See if he goes changing eye level again, maybe something down off speed. Outfield plays Bryce pretty straight away. Stanton, the shallowest of the outfielders, on the pull side, and that ball is going to drop in front of Marcell Ozuna. 2-0 Nats, and yeah, Harper collecting the RBIs. That's number 85.
Did we have one of these last night? Get him on, get him over, get him in for the Nats' first run. Swinging bat's a dangerous bat, and Bryce Harper does a nice job of spreading out, lifting up the heel, and dropping barrel on baseball for a base hit and an RBI. And Goodwin did a good job of tagging up right there, because you're still going to score if it drops.
There's Zimmerman, who hit one absolutely crushed to left field for the home run 1 inning ago when he was the leadoff guy. Nats suddenly have 6 hits against Adam Conley.
It's a good lesson for young players out there. When the ball goes up, go back to the base. You see it all the time at lower levels. So if the ball goes this way, you go back. You know, ball goes down, you score. How many times at the lower levels, even in the minor leagues on a low line drive, do you see runners take 4 steps down the line? Uh-oh, I got to get back. And by the time they tag up, they can't score. You even see it at the big league level.
Yeah.
So all it is for younger players on third base is reading the angle off the bat. If you see that 45 degree and the ball's going in the air, just follow the ball back to the base. Tag up. If it drops like it did right there, you can walk home. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy go back and tag up, the ball drops and get thrown out at home. I mean, unless you're the slowest guy on the planet. Ball goes up, you go back.
1-2 to Ryan.
Nice job by Brian Goodwin right there.
Things happen when the leadoff man gets on. We haven't seen the Nats explode much lately with the bats. Maybe the long-term effect of being without Trey Turner. Brian Goodwin, as we mentioned, not a lot of hits and more extra base hits than singles. Ryan Zimmerman locking it in tonight. That's in the gap. Harper digging for third. Bob Henley's going to send him. Ichiro's throw came looping in. He will score. 3-0 Washington. Have an RBI night, Ryan Zimmerman.
I'll tell you what, this swing's prettier than his home run. Look at change up down the way. What did we tell you the average was? 414 on the Adam Conley changeup. That was a changeup in the gap, and watch Bryce run. Good hustle by Harper. I'm telling you, quick strike offense. Daniel Murphy. Good play by Ichiro. He just tried to get it in, and by trying to get it in, he missed D. Gordon. And once he missed D. Gordon, you knew Bryce was safe.
Rendon has been walked intentionally.
Can we get a replay of that, an Exmo?
The walk or
Yeah,
what?
no, the walk. I want an Exmo of the walk.
No, we're trying to speed up the telecast. We don't show intentional walks twice
so excited.
or once. So Matt Wieters batting right-handed. They walk Rendon to get to him. We'll see how he takes that. The Nats have 6 hits in the last 2 innings. 7 base runners total. And have opened up a 3-0 lead. Wieters way out ahead.
I feel bad for Tim Wallach because there's nothing he can do about it now. You know, he just sits there and watch Ryan drive in runs. Not like he can play tomorrow and drive in 3 himself and then take the lead back.
Yeah.
Just can sit there in the dugout and bang his knuckles now. That's all he can do.
They used to call him Eli. That was one of his nicknames after the great actor. Wally, they call him. What a good player.
Was. Good coach, too.
He might have been. I'm trying to think. Vinny Castilla comes to mind, FP. Right-handed batters who were really good low ball hitters.
Right.
Tim Wallach was one of those. I mean, you threw him down and in. That ball was in the left field corner.
Yeah, and he was good going the other way like Ryan, too. Played a good third on that quick turf in Montreal.
Tom Mattingly's bench coach. They were both in the Dodger organization at times. And this one down to third. And the Miami Marlins have turned 7 double plays in this series. But the Nats lead 3-0. RBIs by the big boys, Harper and Zimmerman.
Third inning. Ryan Zimmerman homer in the second, double in the third. Let's watch Bryce run. How long did it take him to get from first to home? I'm going to guess 10.9 seconds on the hustling, sneaky fast Bryce Harper. I think StatCast should get the exit velocity of the helmet and the launch angle when it comes off his head. Good hustle. Nice swing. StatCast is brought to you from Fios by Verizon. Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. Go to getfios.com today.
Yeah, what's more exciting, a hitter going from home to third or a base runner from first to home? Just about equal. Anytime you're picking up 3 bags on one play, it's one of the most exciting plays in baseball.
If Bryce was going third to second to first to home and then first to home, which Bryce Harper would be faster?
I'm lost. I don't know.
You remember those train word problems in math? 2 trains were going in different directions.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I never got those.
I think the great philosopher Andy Van Slyke once said, baseball would be more interesting if you ran the other way, maybe 1 game out of every week or something.
That would be awesome.
Would that turn some things around or what? There's a good swing by JT Realmuto. He was 0 for 9 in this series before that base hit. And he's their road warrior, hitting over 350 away from home.
The Giants are playing well. They've beaten the Cubbies a couple games in a row. So they're coming to town August 11th through the 13th right here at Nats Park. 705, 705, 135. That August 11th game is 90s night, so wear your costumes. Visit Nationals.com for tickets. Big weekend series. Everybody come out to the yard.
Yeah, tough season, but they're still the Giants, and these 2 clubs have had some great battles over the last few years. Derek Dietrich up there hacking. Gio threw him a curveball that ended up out toward the end of the bat. Dietrich a fly ball to Harper first time. Marlins have 1 hit, all singles in each inning. Then he goes heater inside. So a few minutes ago into the 8 o'clock hour here. Ball game underway at 7:05. Nats are running the second on Ryan Zimmerman's RBI record-setting home run. And then Ryan doubles after Harper's single to put the Nats up 3-0 after 3. 1-1, and Dietrich chopping it right down into his foot. National League ERA guys, the disabled Kershaw still at the top of the list. Max, Gio, Zach Greinke, everything the Diamondbacks had hoped for this year, and his teammate Robbie Ray, the strikeout specialist. Hard to hit. But you don't see that many ERAs starting with 2 this year, do you?
Nope.
More of an offensive year, ball going farther in everybody's opinion. Out to second, Sanchez, Defoe, little leather action, and Dietrich beat it out. 4-6 on the fielder's choice.
Chris Spire on the horn, close at first. Pretty play by Adrian Sanchez to the backhand. This had center field written all over it, fully extended. Glove flip to Wilmer, who comes across the bag, fire in. I think Derek Dietrich was safe. I thought he was initially. Worth checking though. Pretty play.
Fielding Culberth walking in from second. The crew chief trying to hustle things up here. The Nats are going to challenge.
He's got a gold chain too. This will show any type of leather is what you're looking for. See anything move? Watch the glove move. I think he's safe. So the first time it touches leather, I know I say this every time, but we get new viewers all the time. and then has to be secure in the back of the glove at the end. So Dusty's had 22 challenges this year. 11 have gone his way, 11 haven't. 50%. That's 8th best. I saw that in the pregame show today, so I'm cheap.
That's extra. Extra info today.
Yeah.
Boy, that's close.
To overturn the initial call, I think it's got to be obvious, right? I think we get caught up on whether he was safe or out, but to overturn the call, it's got to be.
Yep, indisputable evidence.
I think it's got to be, boy, you really missed that, and then they overturn it.
Umpire made the call, C.B. Buckner. Runner is safe. So 1 out on the 4-6.
Yeah, before I get a million tweets, that was file footage. They weren't pointing at the Boston-Toronto game. Yes.
You know how you watch the news at 11 and it says foul footage? Well, we use that every once in a while.
That was fake news. That was good.
But you know, you get an idea of what it looks like in the
Right.
control room and what kind of toys they have and the monitors on which to watch them. There's Tyler Moore. Base hit cleanly through the left side of the infield. His first time. It's been a series of double plays. Almost all of them by the Marlins. They've turned 7. The Nationals turned 1 2 innings ago. And as we know, Tyler a double play guy if you can get the ground ball, but he's more of a fly ball hitter. .2-0. He's going to go 2 for 2 tonight against his former ball club. Tyler's been struggling a bit. .222 the average coming in, and so many guys on this Miami team so fond of him, like all of us were when he was here, just rooting for him to get hot and get some things going. Playing time with Justin Bour on the DL. Next up is Ichiro.
We just root for him to have a nice career.
Yeah, he had to battle back. He was in the minor leagues for the better part of a year and a half or more. The opportunity presented itself. Good night tonight. Perfect by Gio to the outside edge against Ichiro. 3,061. Beltre got over 3,000 recently. And evidently he complains a lot because Joe West just got suspended for saying that in an interview.
It wasn't even that bad. I didn't think Joe West should have got suspended.
Yeah.
He said Adrian Beltre, I mean paraphrasing, something about he questioned some calls one night and Joe said, well, you're a heck of a ball player, but you're the worst umpire I've ever seen. I mean, that's the kind of conversations that go on between hitters and umpires. I told you the one Joe West said. How can a guy 245 be arguing balls and strikes? He said that to me. So what? Pointed at the scoreboard while he was saying it.
And then he said every time you call a strike on him, he goes, whoa. So Joe suspended for 3 games. 1-1 pitch. Ichiro's going to stroke one to left center, and the Marlins are on the board. Good one. Made the right decision, came up ready to throw, and then just threw it into Defoe. So the Marlins put 3 hits together with a ground ball in the middle here in the 4th inning. It's 3-1.
Hits tough to come by against Gio Gonzalez with runners in scoring position. But one of the greatest hitters to ever play the game figured Gio out. Ichiro slapping one to left. A classic swing from the future Hall of Famer.
32nd hit of the year.
And 124 average against with runners in scoring position.
Now the tying runs on base. Number 8 hitter Miguel Rojas, who singled up the middle first time off the glove of Defoe. Had a chance to meet him down at the cage today. And I mentioned the success he has against the Nationals. He said, I love staffs that throw hard. He said, you guys got a lot of great arms over there. And he said, those are my kind of guys. He's been hurt a lot this year. Had a left thumb fracture that had him on the DL for a while. But he's a good, at least fifth infielder. Hasn't had a chance to play every day a whole lot in his career. But in this series, he's 3 for 5 on base 4 times.
This is where Gio's hoping for a ground ball. You don't want the inning. Give the Marlins a chance to turn over the lineup, and you want to get out of this with minimal damage.
By the way, Gio's scoreless streak just came to a close at 17 1/3 innings since he had last given one up.
It's pretty impressive.
Max Scherzer had a 15-inning streak June 27 till July 7. So Gio, the longest on the ball club this year. Tanner Roark's gone 14 at one point this year. Strasburg 10. The other two were relievers, Manny Romero and Matt Albers. So well done by Gio during that time, and now he's looking to shut things down. And Rojas high in the air to right center. Brian Goodwin tracking it. Runner at second will tag. Tyler Moore to third on the second out. Tonight's game on Masson brought to you by FH Fur. Absolutely the best. Pitcher coming up. Great chance for Gio to keep it 3-1. Matt Wieters really had to reach for that curveball where it ended up. Don't want to lose the pitcher and have to deal with Deke Gordon. 2-0. Ball 3. Conley might take another. Longest inning, Gio 44 pitches in the first 3. Suzuki now will be off and running at first. Ryan Zimmerman not on the bag. He'll back up now. And you could hear the attaboy from the Marlins dugout. Thirteen hits in this game. Got him looking. Ooh. Close. Gio battles back from 3-0. Limits the damage to a run in the 4th inning of Nationals baseball. Brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more in car insurance. National Book Lovers Day?
It is.
And the great academician himself, Thomas Jefferson. That's his 20th of the year. Abe 17, George 16. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save, and then you can go read a book. This one out to left. Coming down finally off the bat of Howie Kendrick for the first out.
Think you can hit a home run? Try your luck at the free Cox Virtual Home Run Derby at the bullpen. That's 1201 Half Street prior to each game. That's today through Sunday. Try to hit a virtual tater. You can do it. I know you can. Sounds like fun.
There's Wilmer Defoe. Solid single, left center first time. As mentioned earlier, his career numbers coming in against the Nats. Fifth start. Connolly career 16 and 11. It's start number 47 in his major league career for the 27-year-old. This year he's 4-4 with a 5.10. Before tonight, 11 appearances, 10 starts. Took a little bit off and got the strikeout on the changeup. His third K of the night. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
Pretty good changeup. We were talking about the average against, but that's a beauty right there at 84. Looked just like a heater.
Gio strikeout victim number 2 innings ago.
Hey, do you have Mark Fitterich at all in his facial features, Conley? I think he resembles him a lot.
I could see some of that.
I mean, that's dead on the bird.
Yeah.
Maybe the hair a lot more curly with Fitterich. Not talking to the ball or being the groundskeeper on the mound.
Yeah, with his hands. He was a sensation for a while.
They did a special on ESPN on him. It's just fabulous.
He threw a lot of complete games that year.
He did.
He was never the same after all those innings. Gio's going to line one over the glove of Rojas, who I think thought he was going to catch it, and the ball might have hung up a little higher than he thought. For the Nats, hit number 8.
I think he mistimed the jump. Check it out. Yeah, mistimed the jump. He's not going to be in the dunk contest next year. Let's put it that way. Not in the dunk contest. Yeah, I think he just got on the wrong foot. Sometimes you misjudge the speed and you try to get your feet under you to jump, and then the ball's by you and it's too late.
That is huge for Gio. Gets his career batting average back up to 100. 1 for 2 tonight, 6th hit of the year. Hey, you never know with Goodwin, the way he's been knocking extra base hits around. What might happen with 2 outs in a situation like this? Right down the left field line for a double last time. So this year, Brian Goodwin has 58 hits, 21 doubles, a triple, and 12 home runs. That's it. Brick and ball got away from him. And through 4, Gio and the Nats on top, 3-1.
last Monday in Miami on what would have been Jose Fernandez, his good friend's 25th birthday. Gio met with Jose's family earlier on in the day. And I talked to Giancarlo Stanton earlier on today about that start from Gio. He said it was fitting that Gio started that day. He was the perfect guy to relate to the Marlins, Giancarlo said, in terms of what they were going through. He said we were on the same page, not him more than us, not us more than him. And as for Stanton applauding as Gio came off the mound after his no-hitter was broken up in the top of the 9th inning, which was a surprising but pretty touching moment, Giancarlo told me the game didn't matter in that situation. He said we knew the magnitude of the day. He said the game was for the fans, providing entertainment for them, but that was us showing our human side. He said that's why I did that, why I acknowledged him like that. And so guys, we've talked about that special gesture on a very special night from Giancarlo to Gio.
Well, thank you, Dan, and great words and great happenings down there in Miami. These guys battle each other. There's a bounce to Zimmerman, first out, 5th inning, but ultimately baseball's a family. Everybody's a member of it, and you pull for each other. So that's Dan with a very good Coons.com sideline report. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Gio came off, Carp, and Giancarlo was standing on deck circle clapping for him. Christian Yelich was on the bench clapping for him, and I had never seen that before. A guy almost throws a no-hitter against you. You got a standing ovation coming off the mound, and the guys that he almost threw it against are applauding him on his way out. I mean, that's why that night was bigger than baseball. You never see that. And I speculated that if he did do it, what would the scene have been? You might have seen the opposition come out after the celebration and give him a hug. I mean, it was just one of those nights that I mean, if it was a movie, you'd say that, come on, that never happens. All the stuff Dan talked about, the near no-hitter. D. Gordon, the guy breaking it up, who paid the tribute to Jose by batting right-handed in his stance for a pitch, turning around, hitting the home run. I mean, it was like being in the middle of a movie.
On 0-2, Gio shows Stanton a fastball up. Giancarlo a pop up to short, hit by a pitch tonight. Trying to paint. 2-2. So 8 home runs of the 12 he's hit at 110 miles per hour or harder. The shift. That's the second baseman. It's a long throw for Sanchez. He's played some shortstop. Not a problem for him. 2 down.
Pretty strong arm right there from Adrian.
So I constantly get asked by fans, how do you score that? It's still a 4-3. Just put a little arrow up the middle.
That's a hose.
Yeah. Got some athletic guys on that infield.
Stand up, let it eat.
So it's Marcell OZUNA, bases empty, 2 outs. Gio 4 in a row since the Ichiro RBI hit. Guys are up swinging early in the count here as we go through the middle of the game.
86.6 miles an hour on the backhand. Bazooka.
I remember an item about Troy Tulowitzki on a double play topping 90 on a throw to first several years ago, and he was still with Colorado.
Yeah, I like to see Espinoza and Tulowitzki with some StatCast on it.
High in the air to right for Bryce Harper. We're beyond twilight time, so everybody's seeing the ball okay. And Gio, just what he needed. A very quick top of the 5th. How about 9 pitches?
involves a wig. So I may be wearing a wig on the air. I haven't bought it yet. On Friday, August 11th, 7:05, Giants 90s night. Come on, get into it, everybody. White Ford Broncos going to be here. Giants in town, 7:05 start. Go to nationals.com/tickets for this brilliant, and I mean brilliant, marketing idea. We had fun with 80s night last year. This is gold. Friday night.
Sanchez really pulled off that ball. You kind of see his whole body facing left field. Hit right off the end of the bat, easy for Tyler Moore. When you have insight, you know how to handle your finances with confidence. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And Pedro Severino, who was up for a little while when the Nats had 3 catchers just a couple of weeks ago, and he's gone back to Syracuse and lit it up. 11 hits over his 7-game streak. Some extra base hits, and a .324 career minor league hitter. Pardon me, those are his major league numbers in limited action. So Pedro came up here and was not overmatched, and he played pretty well down the stretch when Wilson Ramos got hurt last year. We liked his energy behind the plate.
Yeah, started game 1 of the NLDS. Remember that? Caught Max Scherzer.
Bryce Harper pulling a bunt with him. This is looking good. Safe, says C.B. Buckner after taking a long look at it. Sure, the Marlins will have a look at it. Bryce Harper trying in that fashion to get his 130th hit of the year.
Well, it's a pretty bunt. I don't know if he's safe or out. It's hard to tell from way up here. Beautiful bunt. This is what I talked about last night with D. Gordon. That's the bunt that's so hard to defend. And does he get there? Looked like it initially. I think his foot beat Adam Conley's foot. Look at that. Stretch right at the front of the bag. Look at that with his toe. How about that? I don't know. That is a beautiful play by Bryce. I've never seen him bring it with him. He usually bunts to third, and we're glad he's okay because we've seen weird things happen lunging for the bag like that.
Bryce Harper and Ryan Zimmerman are 4 for 5 tonight. 2 singles by Bryce, 1 producing an RBI, and then Ryan, the homer and a double, each producing a run.
So I was looking online for us, you know, as a pair for 90s night.
Oh boy.
And the Dumb and Dumber costumes are like $80 each.
That's
I
too
figured
much.
that's just too much. I was going to
If I'm going to insult myself, I'm not going to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, I was going to wear the orange one and let you wear the light blue one.
There's a wild pitch.
But I figured they were accurate, so I was going to go with it, but just too expensive. Bryce smiling. I like to see that. Having fun.
Maybe telling D. Gordon I'm a little faster than you or some people think I am.
Yeah.
He's shown it off tonight. A great run from first to home on the Zimmerman double. And now Zimmerman's 3 for 3, and Harper, he's going to score again. Ryan Zimmerman, back to back RBI hits. 4-1 Washington.
So it's the 5th inning. He needs a triple. Homer, double, single for Ryan Zimmerman. So cycle watch, everybody. The conditions are right in the atmosphere tonight for a cycle. Look at him square that ball up. Take the rotation. That's why we have a cycle warning right now.
So no superstition mentioning that?
No,
It's okay? Okay.
He's
checking.
talked about the whole broadcast when Trey Turner did it. 5th inning, homer, double, single.
There's Rendon, who has struck out looking and been intentionally walked. Up and in.
You know, people don't watch the whole game, and I think you're doing them a disservice if you don't tell them, you know, if you stick around, you might see history. How do they know if you just tuned in at, say, like 8 o'clock that he's got a home run and a double before that one?
That ball skied to the upper deck on the left side.
And I honestly think, Carp, taking that a little further, if a guy has a perfect game going too, you can see on the bug that there's no hits.
Yeah.
But if you tune in late, how do you know that nobody's reached base?
Well, that's when the announcer is challenged to communicate that without saying the words you're supposed to avoid. Unless you're Vince Scully. What did he say? One more measly little out.
Yeah.
One more little bitty out for the no-hitter, and they got it.
Well, if Vince Scully says it, he's only helping you.
One ball, 2 strikes. Rendon out ahead of the 92.
You want to win a meet and greet with the guy you're looking at right now? Check out Masson Nationals on Facebook and see how you can enter. That's facebook.com/Masson Nationals for your chance to win a meet and greet with Anthony Rendon. You'll talk your ear off.
Yeah, as long as you ask him about everybody else on the team. Conley 2 pitches short of 80 with 1 out in the 5th. Gio is at 78 pitches through his 5 innings. They've been kind of tracking together on the pitch count all night, but one's given up 10 hits. This one skied to left for Marcell OZUNA. The Nats road ahead, driven by your local Chevy dealers at ChevyFirst.com. So Tanner Roark 9-7, Dan Straley 7-7 tomorrow night, and then a couple of night games with the Giants Friday, Saturday, WUSA 9 for the opener of that series, and after the day game on Sunday, a rare day off at home for the Nats before Trout, Pujols, and the Angels come in for 2 next Tuesday, Wednesday. Then the Nats go to San Diego for 4 and Houston for 3.
Ah, San Diego. Second favorite stop of many players. Some first. I'm sure Steven, that's his first.
Yeah.
I think if you did a poll, players would say Chicago 1, San Diego 2, Cincinnati 47. I'm trying to think. What would be 3? Maybe Miami? San Francisco?
Sure, a lot of would say San Fran because of the setting of the ballpark.
Los Angeles? A lot of guys like New York. If you're American League, Seattle's a nice stop. Hard to get to, but it's a nice stop.
Two. WIETERS launches one, but it's hooking. It's high, it's far, and well fouled by the time it quits turning.
That was a far strike.
Yeah, WIETERS pretty solid from the right side all year. His batting average has been 20 to 30 points higher from the side where he gets fewer at bats. Fouled it off the catcher's gear, and Real Muto took a shot there.
Matt WIETERS knows exactly how that feels, so he's going to walk around and give him a second. The DC Lexus dealers will donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs hit by the Nats this year. Lexus experience, amazing.
3-2. That will give Zimmerman a head start. So the Nats got the run back. The Marlins scored in the 4th. Ryan Zimmerman is 1 RBI short of 80. Bryce Harper with one tonight is at 85. So the middle of the order, 3-4 guys have been fantastic. 5 out of 6.
You know, watching Bryce Harper play on a daily basis while I have a second, just watching him go tonight. You know, you remember when he first came up and he played with his hair on fire every single day, and I think he's found a happy medium between when to turn it on and when not to turn it on, and to pace himself to play a lot of games and to stay healthy, knock on wood, and stay on the field.
3-2 and a walk. 2 on for Howie Kendrick.
And tonight's one of those nights where he's decided to turn it on. And I don't think you can play like he's playing every day and be a superstar, because it wears you down, it takes you out of you. So there's certain nights when you see him and you're like, wow, you know, he's really taking it easy tonight, or maybe he's just not feeling 100%. But more nights than not, he brings it and plays like tonight. And I think, you know, when you're talking about playing 150, 155 games and staying healthy and being on the field, he's found a way as this old veteran at 24 how to pace himself and stay on the field. And I like it. It's smart.
It's a long, long season. Way inside, and suddenly Conley struggling with command. He's retired Howie Kendrick last time on a fly ball. Base hit up the middle first time. So Howie Kendrick is 11 for 32 as a Nat. Quick visit here from the pitching coach, Juan Nieves.
You know, when you play that hard carp for a long time during the season, it's almost like you're catching. It just wears you down. It beats you up. And, you know, if you play 7 days a week, maybe you pick spots 5 of those 7 where your helmet flies all over the place and you're diving everywhere. And maybe a couple days a week you don't play 110%. That's okay, as long as you're playing. You're posted. He's posted. That's the most important thing.
And there's Gio, you know, really nervous as usual when he's pitching. Talk to anybody during the game. 2-0 to Howie Kendrick. No reason to swing. Conley keeps pulling the ball well off the plate to his glove side. So the bullpen is busy with Javi Guerra, who was recalled yesterday to give them a 9-man bullpen. Kendrick left field corner for at least a run. Zimmerman scores. WIETERS to third. Bob Henley will hold him. And Howie Kendrick delivers his 3rd RBI as a Nat and his 19th of the year.
This is the art of 3-0 hitting right here. You talk about 3-0 green light and staying in your zone and looking for your pitch. Fastball middle in, turn the fan on him. 11th double of the year, and that scores Ryan Zimmerman. Matt WIETERS to third, and Howie Kendrick continues to impress with the lumber. 462, ouch, against the Marlins this year. Kirk missed it.
Well, it turns over the lineup for Gio. I want to let you call an intentional walk now and then.
I'm going to work on my intentional walk call. And there he goes to first. See you later. That's what. Who has more fun playing, Gio or Anthony Rendon? At least outwardly. I mean, they all have fun. But I said he looked like an 80-year-old when he swings and misses sometimes.
Yeah, it's usually after the swing.
And nothing wrong with being 80. I hope I get there, but.
And Gio launches one to left. OZUNA going back. He's going to make an outstanding running catch. That saved 2 runs. Gio gets a nice hand from the fans for his good swing and big contact there. The Nats pick up 2. It was close to being 4.
Top of the 6th inning, Nats 5-1. Ryan Zimmerman breaking records all over the place. He's a triple shy of the cycle. Bryce Harper having a great night. Gio Gonzalez doing his thing. Remember we teased the Ichiro throw? This is 2001. So we're going to show Ichiro's first and Bryce's second. This is against the A's and Terrence Long. This is the throw I was talking about. And I think one of the best throws I've ever seen from right field. That first angle really tells the story. There was no StatCast back then, but if I had to guess, that's upper 90s. And then this was at Wrigley the other day with Wilson Contreras. That was on a hop. Ichiro's was on a fly, but Bryce was deeper than Suzuki. So 2 really good throws from right. I'm sure they're Dewey Evans and Dave Parker, and you think of guys with cannons in right field. Larry Walker have their own highlight reel, but those are the 2 that come to mind for me as really, really good.
Real Muto retired via Anthony Rendon on the first pitch of the 6th inning. Yeah, it's really something watching certain guys throw from right field. Roberto Clemente used to throw him on a fly into third.
Vladdy had a good arm, but you just didn't know where it was going all the time. Really didn't.
Yeah, and I had a baseball guy sitting next to me one night say, don't say that's a good throw, say it's a strong throw. Just didn't know where it was going.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun to watch the guys with those cannons out there. Yeah, you brought up Larry Walker. He was really great.
Puig.
You know, but guys like Walker and Dewey Evans, who did it for a long, long time. I think when I was a kid, the greatest arm I ever saw out there was Al Kaline of the Tigers. And he made everything look so easy, it was crazy. Gio's got something going here. Just a couple of pitches and 2 outs. Dietrich pops up. Marlins box score. Their scoring offense bunched into 1 inning. The 4th, when Real Muto led off with a single. 1 out later, consecutive hits by Tyler Moore and Ichiro. Got him back to 3-1, but the Nats have then posted 2 runs to lead by 4.
Bo Jackson.
Hunter Cervenka.
Jose Guillen. But there's throwing and there's throwing guys out, which are 2 different things for me.
Yeah.
You could have an 80 arm, which is the highest you could rate on a scale. But if you don't know where it's going, you don't throw guys out. It's fun to watch in infield and outfield, which I don't think anybody even takes anymore. But Bryce throws guys out. Ichiro threw guys out. So there is accuracy with the cannon, and that's when it gets real special.
Yeah, Bryce, 3rd in the league with 8 assists. On that other play at second base to Tanner Roark, he picked up an assist over the weekend. That is paint, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a very quick inning. I'm counting 6 pitches. 9 last inning by Gio Gonzalez, suddenly cruising. Good one to lead it off. Mr. Extra Base hit lately, a double tonight. 16 of his last 22 have been doubles or more. Beautiful night at the yard. Nice crowd tonight. Watching a well-played, well-pitched, and timely hitting game for the Nats. And now it's time for a UPS store call to the bullpen. That's Hunter Cervenka. If you need expert printing, the UPS store has you covered. Together, there's nothing we can't solve. 50 games for the Atlanta Braves last year, and then traded to the Marlins August of last season for a couple of minor leaguers. One of 2 lefties in the Marlins bullpen. Only a handful of Nats have faced him. Brian Goodwin leading off has not. One for 3 tonight, opposite field double.
Cervenka, 3 pitches, fastball, slider, curveball. Fastball 93 on average. Throws the off speed more than he throws the fastball.
Goodwin geared up on 2-0. Nats box. Well, it all starts with the guy batting 4th. Ryan Zimmerman, homer in the 2nd, leading off. RBI double in the 3rd. RBI single in the 5th. Everybody feeding off of Ryan tonight. Harper is driven in 1 back in the 3rd, his 85th. And Howie Kendrick RBI double. Look out. High and very tight for ball 3.
That'll wake you up. Buzz in the tower.
Walked him. Goodwin on for the 2nd time. Adrian Sanchez showing us a few things here lately, Dan Coco.
He is indeed, Bob Carpenter, and he's had a lot of at-bats this year where he's worked deep into counts, fouled off a lot of pitches, seen a lot of pitches, grinded out type of at-bats. I asked him whether that's typically his style. He smiled and said, no, actually, I like swinging first pitch when I can if I get a fastball in my zone. He says he's been feeling really comfortable the last week or two, more time up in the big leagues, that's understandable, and he's been working with hitting coach Rick Shue on a little mini leg kick, which he feels has kind of locked him in. We'll look for that this at-bat.
1 for 2 tonight, base hit, a sacrifice. 6 for his last 8. Brian Goodwin doesn't run a lot because he, as I said, he doesn't hit that many singles. He is 4 for 4.
What's this strange thing called first base?
Yeah, Davey Lope said, who are you?
Usually running right by it.
Way inside. I heard 2 sounds. Sanchez comes skipping out of there, so evidently it did hit him. And the Nats have 2 men on for Bryce Harper.
Where'd it get him? Can't tell right there. Maybe pant leg, if anything. Right leg, right. Watch. Yeah, right there, the pant leg. That's a painless hit by pitch. And right now, Hunter Cervenka's trying to find it.
Well, they better find it quickly, or the Nats could be in a position in the middle of the game to put this thing away.
RBI Baseball 2017 is out now for Xbox One, PS4, iOS, and Android. Enjoy fast-paced pick-up-and-play MLB action packed with all your favorite MLB teams, players, ballparks, vendors. Your breakout MLB season is here. You better come ready to play. Learn more at RBI.com today.
Bryce 2 for 3 tonight.
I'm hanging loose if I'm Bryce Harper right now. Got that rally going last inning with the base hit bunt.
They had no reason to be offering it anything right now. 2-0. Bryce, by the way, hitting .343 FP with runners in scoring position.
He's going to be hitting .343 with runners in scoring position after this at bat too. I don't think he's getting anything close right now. Hunter Cervenka is trying to find it.
Well, okay, walk him and deal with the next guy, who's on an RBI tear tonight.
Every once in a while, they'll just lay one right in there when you least expect it, so he'll be ready.
Oh, my.
Good take by Harper, just missed.
Walk, hit batter, wild pitch.
Mound can be a lonely place where you can't find the strike zone. And right now it's super lonely for Hunter.
And Harper's going to go 3-0 and get himself a sac fly. Goodwin tagging. Nationals lead 6-1. And Bryce Harper, number 86.
Good for Bryce for being ready. Just like we promised you earlier in the game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. So the night of Ryan Zimmerman. Home run number 25, the new franchise RBI leader right then and there. Curtain call, very nice. And then the double, and then a single. So we got plenty of time to set this up as Don Mattingly goes out to the mound. He's going right on right for Ryan Zimmerman, who needs an iPad and a spray chart for the cycle.
Most notably a deep gapper to get 3 bags out of it somehow. So some history. Let's stay tuned. Telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Cool sights along the south side of the ballpark over there on Potomac Street, first base gate. And here we go with Ryan Zimmerman and Javi Guerra. Guy's been around the big leagues for a while with the Dodgers from 11 to 13. Stops with the White Sox and Angels since then. And ball 1.
And fastball, slider, curveball change from Guerra. Fastball 92. Tomas Talis in the ball game at first.
Yeah, double switch. Tyler Moore double switched out of the game.
Where are the triples in this ballpark? Down the right field line? Maybe in that little nook and cranny in left center field,
yeah,
by the bullpen?
Yeah, sometimes high off the wall out by the scoreboard, depending on which way the ball caroms. And Ryan loves to go that way. But nothing close enough to even offer at yet.
Green light, green light, green light.
Four-pitch walk, but it's only the 6th inning.
Well, that's stunk.
But we'll see how things shake out.
I mean, that's about as anticlimactic as you can get. There wasn't one near to swing at.
Yeah. Not as bad as the one we saw in the minor leagues last week when the kid had the 39-game hitting streak. They threw one behind him on ball 2 and ended up walking him so he couldn't extend in his last at bat of the night. And the bench is empty. There was no brawl, but it was kind of ugly. Ryan will most probably get another chance in the 8th. So he's 90 feet behind Sanchez here with Anthony Rendon still looking for his first hit in this series against the Marlins. 0 for 8. Hit by a pitch and intentionally walked. High in the zone, tailing, actually cutting its way to the outside edge. Max Scherzer will host the second annual Scherzer Showdown. It's DC's premier fantasy football event, September 9th. Hill Country Barbecue, 10 leagues will take part in the fantasy football season. All the benefits go, proceeds to the Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Website, there it is, thescherzershowdown.com. This one possibly playable for Taylor, and he can't get it. About a step or two from the railing.
Pretty good effort. Visiting ballpark. Just off the glove.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it felt too good when he hit that rail either. Come into the game and the ball will
find you.
Yeah. 1-2 with one out. A run home. 6-1 Nationals. Rendon pops this one up playable. Foul ball, 2 outs. Matt Wieters 0 for 2 tonight, a walk last time up. They've been out there a while. Sanchez hit by a pitch after the Goodwin walk. Bryce, after the double advancement on the wild pitch, drove in Goodwin. Then Ryan Zimmerman walked. Wieters takes one away. Another 3-0 count. Is another Nats hitter ripping here? It's already happened twice.
Yeah, let her rip.
Howie Kendrick did it last time. RBI double. Harper's done it. 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Howie Kendrick. 2 of the 3 batters walked by Javi Guerra.
Well, 5-run lead right now. Howie Kendrick has a chance to put this one on ice.
Howie 2 for 3 tonight. Two outs. Taking after the walk. Probably a pitch you wouldn't want any part of. Up and away, but a strike.
No grand slams ever.
Said the man trying to put on the reverse jinx. He was swinging from the heels there, and it's 0-2. See what kind of mode this professional hitter goes into now in an 0-2 count. How about contact mode for a base hit? Sanchez scores. Zimmerman coming home. Scores easily. Everybody moves up 2 bags. And the Nationals have opened up an 8-1 lead. 3 RBI night for Howie Kendrick.
Got to get the Howie chant going, don't you? Just another barrel to baseball for Howie Kendrick. Professional hitter. Man, they got some pro hitters on this ball club, don't they? And the throw from Marcell OZUNA looked like it might have slipped out of his hand. And then Ryan diving away from Real Muto.
So Howie Kendrick started the night with 2 RBIs as a net. Now he has 5 in 10 ball games. Wilmer Difo is in there. Gio on deck. 7-run lead in the bottom of the 6th.
Tell you, this is such a quick strike offense. And there goes Wilmer to first. See you later.
Well called.
Thank you. I got the intentional walks from now on this year. I can handle it. It's not like they go 1 here, 1 there. It's like 1, 2, 3, 6. I mean, this offense, Gio gets a nice ovation.
Gio pops it straight back.
Gio chant going.
And they're charged up about the way he put the bat on the ball last time up.
Crowd's into it tonight. Love it.
And Nationals attendance dipped below 32,000 a game for the first time after last night's 25,000 plus. Been a lot of entertainment for this bunch tonight. 0-2 to Gio.
Oh, the crowd's gonna be really into it now. I heard a "Let's Go Gio" chant going right there. Here we go. This is fun.
Well, he went down hacking. The Nats pick up 3 more in the 6th. Striking quickly at times tonight. Well, Zimmerman didn't get his triple, but he scores for the 3rd time. It's all Nats right now. Kendrick's a big part of it.
said at the outset of this ball game, how is Gio going to react after the near no-hitter? What did he have left? Maybe physically and emotionally after his last start in Miami. Well, he's answered all our questions tonight. He's been the Gio we've seen in 2017 all night long. 4 strikeouts for Gio, 1 run over 6 innings so far. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $37 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
So Gio trying to go at least 7 for the 9th time this year. Suzuki, Rojas, Taylese here, top 7. In the quality start column, this would be 18 out of 23 for Gio. And tonight goes beyond quality, 1 run in 6 innings. Not the mediocre 3 that stat is based on. Still trying to figure out how a 4.50 ERA is quality, but somebody came up with that years ago. 2-1.
Quality start is if you beat the other team and you get the win.
Yeah, some nights you're going to win 7-5.
And that's okay. That's what it's about. The big W, the curly W at this level, and that's all that matters.
Pretty good looking pitch there, but it's 3-1 to Ichiro. RBI hit last time. He's backing out of there, taking all the way, count full. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast. Slaps one to center, hanging up a bit, but not enough for Goodwin to get there. Ichiro, 3,063 hits with 2 tonight.
Still can hit.
So some symmetry there in the ball strikes and the total pitches. Miguel Rojas 1 for 2. He's hit it up the middle twice. Base hit off the glove of the hustling Defoe, and then a fly ball to center. 12-7 the hit count.
Played against Ichiro when he first came over from Japan, and when he played the infield, he'd get to second base, and it's all he knew was dirty words. You know, back in the day, because that's all guys were teaching him. Now I heard him today, he speaks perfect fluent English, but he would get to second base and just say something, and it would be 1 or 2 words that you're not supposed to say, and it would crack everybody up. You know, he'd get to first and you'd see Jason Giambi laugh, and then he'd come to second base and he'd say a few words and crack you up, and then go to third base and you'd see the third baseman laughing. And now, after all these years, he speaks perfect English. Yeah. It wasn't his fault. That's all the guys were teaching him, and that's what baseball players do.
Just a bunch of overgrown boys, aren't you?
Yep. Still am.
0-2. He's going to get a call up in the zone. Rojas says nothing to Ryan Addington and walks away. Gio Gonzalez, strikeout number 5. Mercedes will track it.
Clearly in the box. Clearly.
So maybe the message, even from a young umpire, 8-1. Be swinging. That's a tough call, though, for a hitter. Brandon Kintzler getting up. One. Taylese in the series, 2 games, 1 for 6 with a walk, hit by a pitch. So Gio approaching 100, his average 106.
His rhythm, his tempo has just been beautiful to watch this year. It's so relaxing. I mean, he just gets in a groove. He's playing catch. He's throwing strikes. The defense is working behind him. And I feel like in the past he's been a slow worker. This year it's just been a 180, getting it and going.
Curveball off the glove of WIETERS, but Ichiro maybe with the hitter in the way couldn't see much of it. Peanuts wrapping up a brief homestand against Myrtle Beach. Summer camp day tomorrow, special 12:05. First pitch. And this one hit out to short center. Sanchez, 2 down. That's done a pretty good job on D in this series. He's 2 for 12, 0 for 3 tonight. He checked ball 1. Manny Gonzalez confirming no swing. A couple of things you accomplish if you get D Gordon. You not only take his speed and put it back in the dugout, but fewer men on base for the slugger right behind him.
Almost got Giancarlo.
Yeah, that thing right by the on-deck circle into the camera pit.
So it's the 13th straight start for Gio where he's gone at least 100 pitches. That's pretty impressive. That's the longest streak in baseball.
He checked again.
Longest active streak. So it looks like the Bush group dropped out of the Marlins thing. John Heyman's reporting right now. The Heyman, Rothbaum, Bush group. It's down to Jeter and Moss to buy this ball club.
Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. Good grab by WIETERS. D Gordon saying the ball hit the ground. So he probably heard 2 sounds. But it looks like the top of the 7th is over.
I thought it bounced.
If it bounces, this inning continues.
Well, you can't challenge it. It's in front of the umpire. Can't challenge it. It's not reviewable.
He can ask for help, and it looks like he's not in the mood to do that.
And look at it again. Watch this foul tip into the dirt, into Matt Wieters' glove. Watch. Tip, dirt, glove. And you can't challenge that. I don't know why you can't. Say catch or no catch on the infield because all the plays are in front of the umpire are not reviewable. And I guess that would go along those lines, right? Catch or no catch?
Yeah. Home plate umpire can ask for help from the other umps on the infield. It's usually the guy on the offside, but no such request took place. So here's Brian Goodwin leading off like he did last inning. Mike Aviles takes over at first. JT Realmuto done for the night, and Tomas Telis moves behind the plate.
And in Ryan Addington's defense, how do you see that? How do you watch for ball strike? You're in your crouch back there, and then the ball hits right in front of the catcher. Unless you're standing straight up and peeking over the catcher, there's no way you can see that. Watch how low he gets.
D. Gordon 0 for 4. You always love it when Giancarlo is leading off an inning and you're ahead by more than a run. In this case, a whole lot more. 2-2. That slider away. Didn't do a whole lot. Javi Garrett, 22 pitches, 12 strikes last inning. The Nats scored 3 runs on 1 hit. Joe Blanton now. They had Kinsler up. Maybe the 3 spot changed that scenario. And Goodwin will pop it up. Behind the mound, here comes Rojas. One-hander, not recommended. 1 out. Inside the numbers from PNC Bank. So the Nats 8 over against the East, 6 the Central, a healthy 8 over the West. 1 under in interleague play, adding up to 21 games over the 500 mark, and about to get it back to 22 if the bullpen takes care of business.
I remember last year it was real lopsided. It was all NL East, right? And it just, I think, pretty much 500 against everybody else, or close to it, if I remember right.
Last year, the Nats against the East 12 over, Central 5 under, West 1 over, interleague 4 under. So they dominated the division, but not a whole lot else.
Took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium, and if I'm thinking right, they were close to sweeping them.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 against the Cubs. Three out of 4 against the Rockies, right? At Coors.
That was a crazy series. In a good way. The 3-game series in Houston will be most interesting.
It's mid-September. Dodgers come here.
Yeah.
That'll get a little attention.
That ball hit with authority, and Sanchez has another multi-hit game. He's going to dig for 2 and make it easily. Adrian Sanchez is 7 for his last 10.
A little leg kick. Really fighting to get on top of the ball with that backspin, catch it out front. Feeling good about himself, didn't he? Made some nifty plays at second. So lumber and leather tonight for Adrian Sanchez. He's doing it all. The shoe man's got him locked in.
Bryce tonight, 2 for 3, sac fly, 2 RBIs. And you were right about his runners in scoring position number at 343. It stayed the same As last at bat, we thought they'd walk him, but he swung on 3-0 and got a sac fly. Bonus plan for RBI number 86. Slider under his bat, 1-1.
Cycle watch.
And Bryce will pop it up. Rojas. 2 down. Here comes Ryan Zimmerman.
All right, where are the triples in Nats Park? I'm gonna say there's one down there, possibly. Maybe high off the Geico sign.
Yeah, my vote is for one off of his face on that board out there.
And then
right at the very top.
There. Oh, you don't want one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at the Texas Mets score as a perfect place for that triple before they put his face on.
I like right field corner, nestled in there tightly.
Yeah, kind of sitting under the pad.
Yeah.
Well, the pitcher and his location will dictate what Ryan does here. Perfect night.
Yeah, right there.
Nats have scored in 4 of the last 5 innings. One. Homer in the second inning, RBI number 906, passing Tim Wallach on the all-time Nats list. Then he's gone ahead and added 2 more. Actually, the all-time franchise list.
Some big names on there.
Ooh. Fastball out over, trying to get all over it.
Little rock lobster there between pitches. From the organ.
Target in and up.
Oh. All the parts are working together tonight.
Counts even, 2-2.
All right, here we go. Oh, he's taking some rips, isn't he?
Ryan Zimmerman, 20 career triples. None this year, 1 last year. Now, and he got his triple in a bandbox last year in Philly. Trying to remember that one. Had to be deep, either right center or left center. There aren't any triples down the lines or straight away in that yard. So a 3-2 that we'll do again. Not getting cheated in this AB.
When Ryan has a good game and he starts to lock in, you're thinking it's going to be a while, right? He's that kind of guy. He starts to lock in, barrel things up, and it lasts for a good month. And he's so key to this lineup. He hits, Bryce hits, because they have to pitch to Bryce. Pitch number 47 coming in this at-bat. '11th pitch coming. He is fighting.
And that ball driven to the right field corner. Stanton back. See you later. And Ryan has no plans to stop at third base.
If he misses home, it's a triple. Step over home.
What a night. 5 RBIs. 10-1 Washington.
What an at-bat. He's number 11, pitch number 11, he goes deep. And that's the only time I've ever rooted for a Ryan Zimmerman home run to stay in the park. I'm thinking if that gets off the wall, he's got a chance for the triple. I want a curtain call. What do you think? I don't know, 2 home runs, 4 hits.
They want another curtain call. Gentleman Zim pretty shy about this. He just found out from his teammates. A little reluctant, but he gives them what they wanted.
I'm standing and clapping. What a night. What an at-bat.
Rendon up there, first pitch swinger. So Ryan Zimmerman now 26 home runs.
Show me that again.
81 RBIs.
11 pitch gem. Look what this pitch is. Are you kidding me? He was swinging all the way. He swung at every single 3-2 pitch before that. That thing's down, away, off the plate. He goes down and smacks it out of here to right for his second home run of the night. This pitch is not supposed to go out of the ballpark, folks. You're not supposed to lean out on a pitch 4 inches off the plate and down and drive it out. That's how locked in he is all of a sudden.
Rendon out to short. Miguel Rojas. So Gio pitches 7 outstanding innings. Ryan Zimmerman has 5 outstanding at bats, and the Nats have exploded to a 10-1 lead into the 8th inning. Game 3 of the 4-game set.
Last time Giancarlo hit him a ball on the left side of the infield, backhand play. Show you how hard that throw was to first base. 86.6 miles per hour. Statcast is brought to you from Fios by Verizon. Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. Go to getfios.com today. What an at-bat.
What a night, and what a year.
At-bat of the year. 11 pitch at-bat. And he hits a ball off the ground into the bullpen. My goodness.
As I mentioned earlier, 50 games after tonight. Ryan won't play in every one of them.
Look at this pitch. Look where Talise was going to backhand that ball.
So 50 team games left, and Ryan Zimmerman is 19 RBIs away from 100. There's Giancarlo, top of the 8th against Joe Blanton. 5 for 20, the matchup numbers with a solo home run. 36th appearance for Joe. Shift on. Looked like Giancarlo didn't pick that one up really well. Andrew Stevenson, left field. It's a straight up switch for Howie Kendrick, not a double switch, according to what we can see. Not to be forgotten the fact that Howie Kendrick dropped a 3 RBI night on the Marlins. Swing and a miss for the first out, 8th inning.
That's got to be a confidence builder, right? Couple of fastballs by Stanton and a slider. When maybe he was looking fastball, probably acted more like a changeup. Stanton was out front, kind of pulled off that pitch for strike 3.
First pitch slider to OZUNA. Maybe playable. Zimmerman, long way to go, and the last minute reach for an outstanding over the shoulder catch.
React. Yeah, whatever. You're having a night, you're having a night. So have a night, Ryan Zimmerman. Watch this. It's like, I don't know, I'm in the zone. I have no idea. I'm going to run for this as far as I can because I play hard, and watch this. Yeah, it's that kind of night. And Bryce is saying, yeah, it's your night. Go for it. Watch the react. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Just one of those nights. His facial expressions are the best.
Well, I said it. He's the funniest guy on the team without even trying.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even have to say anything.
The glove has always been magical, whether the third baseman's regular glove or the first baseman's mitt. Mike Aviles, the first baseman here. He finally missed with one this inning. Swing and a miss, and a very efficient 1-2-3-8 for Joe Blanton. He needs that. The ball club needs that. WIETERS, Stevenson, Defoe. Brought to you by the Lexus RX, featuring a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection. Standard. Beautiful night on the banks of the Anacostia. Scoreboard looking pretty good too. 10 runs, 14 hits. Nats have scored 10 or more for the 15th time, and Tanner Roark would love some of that tomorrow. In 4 starts since the break, he's 3-1, ERA under 3. He'll take on right-hander Dan Straley, 7-8. He's lost 4 in a row. We'll get you going. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark. Nats extra pregame, 6:30. And now chunking for the Marlins is Brian Ellington.
18th appearance, ERA at 8.47, fastball 98. Slider change to go with it.
Matt WIETERS. Andrew Stevenson after him. Ellington, first appearance of this series. Swing and a miss, and Matt WIETERS faces him for the first time.
Some petrol right there, 99.
Well, I bet you Ray's filling up his yellow legal pad for this one. Nats Extra Postgame, presented by WB Mason. Who but? And of course, Johnny Holiday alongside when this one's over. A charge into that one. And back waiting for it. OZUNA backpedaling, 1 out. So Andrew Stevenson next to bat. Matt Grace next to pitch. Andrew got a second big league hit last night. Pinch hitting in the 7th inning, a drive to left center, scored a run in that 2-run frame. And the changeup fading away. 1-1.
What a night.
Yeah, without Daniel Murphy in the lineup.
It's a good hack. It's going to be fun to watch the development of Andrew Stevenson. Look at him right now. Just, you know, a rookie, no facial hair. A couple years from now, he'll have the Jason Worth beard going. Hair all out of his helmet. And we'll look at him and say, remember in 2017 when you got called up?
22 years of age. And then the changeup. Got him a couple of times in that AB. 2 down.
No more Unchained Melody for Wilmer.
Adam Lind, if the inning continues, to hit for Joe Blanton. So Wilmer's been on 3 times tonight, walked intentionally, which will happen to the number 8 spot here and there. Base hit, got his night off to a good start back in the 2nd, taking that ball out to left center, batting a right-handed.
Ellington's got an 8.47. He just threw 100 on the black. Maybe he just had one bad inning as a reliever, because this stuff is exceptional.
Yeah, in 17 innings this year, 20 strikeouts, but a very frightening 18 walks. He has seldom had better than a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. This year it's almost 1-to-1. So you walk a couple guys, give up a few hits, and your reliever's ERA takes a couple of months to get it down.
Yeah.
That off-speed pitch, the curve that time, stays away. 2-2. Not a bad reach to stay alive.
Tell you what, hitter after hitter, they just make you work in this lineup. Right? Whatever the outcome of the at-bat is, they just wear you down.
Another long AB. Lind might get a chance as it goes to 3-2. Adams had a good series, 3 for 5. Target inner half. (10-1) Nats. Bottom 8. Fighting that one off and tracking it, Derek Dietrich on the foul ball. The 8th inning is over. The Nats put 10 runs on the board on 14 hits, and they won 3 quick outs to get out of here.
Nats 14 hits, and it's been all Ryan Zimmerman. Gio was fantastic too. Bryce Harper's had a really good night. Adrian Sanchez, Brian Goodwin, but the highlights will be about this guy. Breaking records, taking names tonight. That was breaking Tim Wallach's record. Then a triple shy of the cycle, his 4th hit. An 11-pitch gem. Goes down and hits a tater. His 26th. And then makes that play. I don't know either. Keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, don't stop. We are loving it, Ryan Zimmerman.
I mean, even Perry Hill, who, by the way, coaches part of the defense, the infield for the Marlins, he's kind of liking what he's seeing from Ryan tonight. So respected by everybody in this game.
Other coaches will tell you that. I mean, when you play third base coaches say, man, you're in the zone. You're locked in right now. I mean, you know, they appreciate good baseball.
Here's Matt Grace, 28th game. So it's Derek Dietrich. Backup catcher A.J. Ellis will get an AB in the pitcher's spot next. And then Ichiro. Like the slider, stayed up and in on the lefty Dietrich, who's 0 for 3 tonight. He's got a 7-game hitting streak on the line here. Full count.
Yeah, 9-run lead. Fill up that strike zone. Let your defense work behind you.
And he does. To left for Andrew Stevenson. Marlins right now have 1 hit since the 4th inning. An Ichiro single up the middle in the 7th. That's extra. Johnny and Ray next. Here's A.J. Ellis, who's been in this game for a long time. Outstanding receiver. 36 years of age, 10th year in the big leagues.
Cost Max a no-hitter.
Oh yeah. Almost all of his career with the Dodgers. A little time at the end of last season with the Phillies before the Marlins picked him up.
Baseball in hand, ready to pitch.
Be Saturday for Max against the Giants, right? See how it shakes out. Tanner Roark tomorrow night against Dan Straley. And in A.J. Ellis hit by that pitch.
Did you see Jay Bruce?
Did I see him?
He got traded to the Indians.
Well, he was one of the names highly expected to move at the trading deadline, so he passed through waivers for the Mets to be able to make that deal.
Right.
So that's kind of big that a lot of clubs passed on Jay Bruce. Pretty good bat to add to that lineup.
Yeah.
Real good. Indians started the night with a 4-game lead over Kansas City. Royals have to rally to keep from being. Actually, they're in St. Louis tonight. Lost both at home. They're leading at St. Louis. Indians, thanks to Charlie Blackmon, lost to the Rockies this afternoon. That's quite a race for a couple of teams over there. Ichiro 2 for 3 tonight, and that's a strike. He's 1 for 3 career against Matt Grace. By the way, a quick note before we get away. If things hold up, Gio will have at least 10 wins in 8 straight seasons. That would tie him with Kershaw and David Price for the longest active streak of double-digit wins by active left-handed pitchers. So Gio in line to go 10-5. Chopper right side. Zimmerman comes to get it, and Matt Grace just didn't get off the mound. Ichiro's going to leg his way to his 3rd hit of the night as Matt Grace did not break.
Yeah, just kind of stood on the mound and watched the play for a second. No real effort to get over there. And I mean, the ball's hit to that side as a pitcher at this level. Your first move's got to be the base. Ichiro will take the knock, add to his total,
which is now 3,064. There's Miguel Rojas. So 2 on, 1 out.
3-hit night for Suzuki. Those used to be every night.
Yeah, you always talk about Murph. Talk about another guy who slept well for about 13, 14 years in a row. Some of his hit totals were amazing. I mean, over 250, 260.
262 in 2004.
Unbelievable.
242 in 2001.
Now there's a chopper. Breaking for it is Rendon. Glove, throw, yes, 2 down.
So it's his first 3-hit game of the season. 224 hits in 2006, 238 in 2007. In the following years, 213, 225, 214. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in a row with 200 hits.
Tomas Telis, 0 for 1 career against Matt Grace. 25,951 the crowd tonight. Seeing a ball game that right now is just over 3 hours old. Nationals trying to get it back to 22 over 500. Out to short. Defoe. And the Nats have gained at least a split in the series. Taking care of business tonight with tons of offense. Great pitching by Gio. And a few final words from the ballpark. Pretty happy tonight they are. Well done by the Nats.